Hi, my name is Natalie Darden. I do live in Los Angeles up in North Hollywood. I moved from Virginia a couple years ago and I don't have a whole lot of hosting experience. I used to work at a bar called Angel City Brewery and I would give out a bunch of things for games and it was a lot of fun. My favorite celebrity couple would probably have to be Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis. They just always have a lot going for them. They're doing a bunch of different projects and they seem to really support each other. Why? Quarantining is this golden opportunity where you don't have to talk to people that don't respect you. Literally, just pull up your Instagram and you'll scroll through a ton of meme accounts that all they're doing is advertising sex toys. And you don't have to deal with any of the bullshit either. Okay, maybe the shipping times are bad. And it's crazy because the same friends I had that had all these relationship problems before quarantine are still making excuses to see these guys during quarantine. No, Chaz, Brad, Chris, Dylan, Tyler. To get your friends to side with, yeah, I understand that. It's, I would do it too. People haven't been able to say goodbye to their families in hospitals. I haven't had a job in 3 months. And I understand some people aren't really looking for a relationship. They just want sex. But it's a pandemic, so just pretend you're in prison for a crime you didn't commit. And God, the excuses I've heard. So we've hooked up before, so the chances are slimmer. It's kind of like an STD. It's the same thing. So, well, I'm used to making doctor's appointments after sex anyway, so whatever. Well, we have both been self-isolating and I trust him. This is for my mental health and my emotional well-being. I'm just taking care of myself. Oh, we're gonna wear masks during sex. We got it all planned out. He hoarded a ton of hand sanitizer from eBay a couple months ago. We're gonna rub it all over our bodies and pretend it's Trojan Icy Hot. You're risking it all for someone who's probably cheating on their girlfriend anyways in quarantine. And chances are, if he didn't start quarantine with you, he's probably not gonna end it with you. Doesn't everybody like to be hard to get? This is the world giving you that opportunity. And it shows how smart you are by actually staying inside. So that's just my 2 cents on it. I feel like people are just creating addiction resources at this point to convince everyone that they have some sort of addiction and that you need to pay them to help you fix it. If you feel like you're neglecting parts of your life that you didn't before quarantine, then that's one thing. You haven't fed your real cat and you're only feeding your cats in The Sims. As I always say, compare yourself to yourself, not to others. Babe, why didn't you wake up early enough for the turnips in Animal Crossing? I can't even look at you. No, I'm fine. But I guarantee that most of these facilities have quizzes to determine whether or not you're addicted and there's no gray area in between. You are or you aren't. Well, I do like playing video games more than hanging out with people. Everyone is always so ready to point fingers without admitting that they have a problem. You say I spend too many hours making videos on TikTok? Then why don't you stop watching me on TikTok? Ayo! At least it's exercise. Here's a good way to show your addiction progress. There's a very helpful thing on your phone that records your screen time. If it goes up, then try cutting it down a little bit. And you don't need to go to a facility to see that. You can even try disabling your phone for a few hours a day. Have your friend password lock your account. And sometimes just a little break helps. Go take a walk somewhere. Personally, who the hell are you to tell someone how to spend their free time? If I happen to be at home bathing in my own filth, eating Cheetos and playing video games because of quarantine, at least I'm adhering to the guidelines and not going out and having sex with everyone. You might be more productive. And maybe you actually do have more of a problem with it than I know. Those facilities are available to you. But just because you've been playing more in quarantine doesn't mean you're addicted. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have some unnecessary hours to waste, weight to gain, and Rocket League to play.